Welcome back to the channel, Salem Fanatics. I am talking about Philip and Gabi, obviously, because if you have seen the sneak peek photos for the July 30th episode, you know exactly why my jaw is currently resting on the floor. They kissed. They actually kissed. After all the screaming, the wild accusations, the absolute toxic mess of their recent breakup, Philip and Gabi are suddenly making out in the Titan office. I am so torn right now. Half of me is cheering because their chemistry is absolutely insane, but the other half of me is screaming at Gabi to run for the hills. Let's break down these photos because they are a lot to process. So, first we see Philip on the phone at the Titan offices looking completely shell-shocked. Like, he looks like he just saw a ghost or won the lottery, you can't really tell. And at the exact same time, Gabi is on her phone in Horton Town Square looking equally intense. Obviously, they are getting some massive, life-changing news. Then Gabi shows up at Titan to speak to him. In one photo, she looks so sad and vulnerable, and Philip just looks stunned. But then, boom. The next photo is them in this intense, passionate embrace, totally giving into their feelings and kissing like the world is ending. And I just don't know how to feel. I've been watching since 2015, and I swear, every time these two get close, it ends in an absolute disaster. Remember when they tried this before? Yeah, didn't work then either. But I kind of want it to work now? I don't know. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's rewind a second. Because just a few days ago, on July 27th, Gabi was literally accusing Philip and Xander of running a black market counterfeit ring with her Gabi chic designs. I mean, she was ready to burn them both to the ground. She was so convinced that someone at Demera or Titan was stealing from her, and she pointed the finger right at Philip. And Philip? Oh, he was furious. His Kyriakis pride was deeply wounded, and he fought tooth and nail to clear his name. He hated her for even thinking he would stoop that low, especially after she already betrayed him by bugging his office for Tony Demera to sabotage the merger. I am sorry, but if someone bugged my office, I would never speak to them again. But Philip? Apparently, a few days of being falsely accused of counterfeiting designer bags is all it takes to get him back in the romantic mood. But here is where it gets really, really messy. We all know Titan is in massive financial trouble right now. They used Demera money to pay off a loan. Our wealth buyout happened, and Philip and Alex have been in full-blown panic mode about losing the company. Gabi has been desperately trying to use her new Stefan Demera inheritance to bail Titan out and win Philip back. At first, Philip was like, absolutely not. I don't want your dirty money. He was standing on principle. But now she shows up at Titan, shocks him with some news, and suddenly they are kissing. Am I the only one who thinks this is highly suspicious? Because it really looks like Gabi's inheritance money finally came through. She saved Titan, and Philip is suddenly very, very grateful. And look at Alex's reaction in these photos. Alex Kyriakis is practically doing cartwheels in the CEO office. One photo shows Philip and Gabi sharing this news with him, and Alex has his hands on Gabi's hips, grinning like a total idiot. He looks so sincerely happy and relieved. Once Gabi leaves the room, Alex is literally grabbing Philip's face and patting him on the chest. He is so hyped. And honestly, it's kind of nice to see Alex happy for a split second, considering the absolute nightmare he is dealing with regarding Joy Wesley, Baby Kelsey, and Stephanie's PTSD gun-waving drama. But Alex's pure joy over Titan being saved just makes me even more suspicious of Philip's true motives. Okay, back to the point. Is Philip actually falling back in love with Gabi, or is he playing her? Because we cannot forget the conversation Philip had with Xander. Xander, who is currently playing house with Kristen Demera and manipulating Sarah, explicitly suggested that Philip should just use Gabi for her money to save the company. Xander literally planted that seed in Philip's head. So when Philip is suddenly kissing the woman who bugged his office and accused him of felony theft, my alarm bells are ringing so loud. I know some people are loving this reconciliation and screaming Fabia's endgame, but personally, I am terrified for Gabi. I mean, think about Gabi's mental state right now. She is so incredibly vulnerable. Her daughter Ariana completely disowned her and moved out after finding out Gabi bribed Liam to leave town. Ariana even gave her a slow clap at the pub recently, mocking her. Gabi is entirely isolated. She has nobody left except her cousin Javi, and he's dealing with his own Leo Stark and Gus drama. Gabi is desperate for a win. She is desperate to feel loved and secure, so she throws her dead husband's inheritance at her ex-boyfriend just to get him to look at her again. It is actually heartbreaking if you really analyze it. And if Philip is just using her to save Titan, like Xander suggested, that is going to destroy her. But then again, maybe Philip really does love her. I contradict myself every 5 minutes with this show, I swear. Because when you look at that kiss photo, it doesn't look fake. It looks like two people who have been fighting their intense feelings for months and finally just snapped. I mean, we all know Philip can be ruthless when it comes to business, but when it comes to matters of the heart, he usually wears his emotions on his sleeve. It's so hard to tell if this is a calculated business transaction or a genuine moment of passion. I want to believe it's real, I really do. Philip has always had a massive soft spot for toxic, complicated women. Look at his history. He is drawn to the drama like a moth to a flame. Maybe the realization that he didn't steal her designs and that she was willing to give up her entire Demera fortune just to save his family's company finally broke through his stubborn Kyriakis pride. Maybe he realizes she actually loves him and is willing to sacrifice for him. I just don't know if I can trust the writers not to rip the rug out from under us. Because if Philip is playing her, Gabi's gonna find out. She always finds out. And when Gabi Hernandez is scorned, she burns the entire city down. She won't just walk away crying. She will meticulously plan his downfall, maybe even orchestrating a hostile takeover of Titan just to watch him squirm. She is a survivor. And survivors don't take kindly to being used as a bank. If she realizes Philip only kissed her to secure the Titan bailout, she will scorch the earth. She will team up with Ariana or Leo or even EJ, and she will take Titan apart piece by piece. And honestly, I would be totally here for it. If Philip is playing her, he deserves whatever hurricane Gabi brings down on his head. And what about the timing of all this? We are right in the middle of July sweeps. Everything is exploding across Salem. Gwen is kidnapped by Dimitri. Lexi is literally on her deathbed trying to sneak away. Holly is about to flee Salem over those planted pills. And now Philip and Gabi are making out in the CEO office. The pacing is absolutely insane right now, and I am living for it. I am staying up until 2 a.m. every night just refreshing the forums because I need to know what happens next. Will Gabi's money actually clear the Titan debt? Will Xander's dark influence fully corrupt Philip? I just need Philip to be genuine here. Please, for the love of Salem, let this be real. Gabi has suffered enough loss this year. But this is Days of Our Lives, and nobody gets to be happy for more than 2 episodes. I am predicting right now that by next week, some new seeker is going to come out and ruin this. Maybe Ariana will expose the counterfeit truth, or maybe Gabi will overhear Philip thanking Xander for the advice to use her. Whatever it is, I am dreading it and anticipating it all at once. What do you guys think? Am I totally off base here? Are they true love, or is it a Kyriakis con job? Let me know, because I am losing my mind over this storyline.